Hello and welcome to actually my first ever stream here on Twitch in this case. Yeah, thanks for joining me, if anyone is out there. I will unfortunately be not able to respond to comments during the stream, so in case if you're out there, I'm very grateful for that, but yeah. Happy to answer any questions later. We're here on Zwift, the ZWIFT Insider Tiny Races series, which is every Saturday, series of 4 races. And so for me now, everything is like 1 minute left. Everything is possible. From really, yeah, really having a good race and like feeling my legs right, or like just knowing after the first kilometer or so there's no way in hell. So we'll see. Either you'll see me suffer for no reason or you will see me trying to compete for, let's say, at least a good place. Yeah, we'll see. So, sure to start, so I'll get ready and mainly shut up. Let's go. Let's see if there's someone who wants to make this fast. I will not be that person. That's for sure. I don't want to take the lead. Is much slower than in the morning. Group is smaller, so it's going to be more a sprint at the end, the way it looks now. Oh shit. Shit. Yeah, I missed the first place. Not enough legs. Idiot. The guy who won, he has like, I don't know, over 20 kills more than I have. So, on a downhill sprint, it's just, yeah, I think you know which order I want to use. No chance. I mean, no chance. Like very thin margin. So, second place is a good start. And there's a third guy. And then there's a lot of nothing. So the next people are 20 seconds on us, nearly 15 plus. So it's clear this is a race of three. So this race, by the way, has been, this course, I mean, and the next one have both been part of the Tiny Races just over a month ago. Yeah, so everybody knows that course. It's not that because I did it in the morning that I have a huge advantage in. Yeah, because I raced it in the morning. Sorry, I was just looking at the comment section. So this is the guy who fourth place something asking. My legs are a bit better than in the morning, I feel. I don't know. So when you watch me here, you'll see me suffer a lot because my training level is, yeah, okay. After like really starting to train only in the winter, and been cycling before, but then for a long time not. So quite a lag in, yeah, in the, what you would say in German, Grundlagenausdauer. I don't know how to translate it. Basic fitness. It's bullshit. It's not a real translation, but like, which in endurance what is quite important. And you can go for a long time with a very low pulse rate, with, let's say, some power, you can move. So yeah, that's the challenge. And that's what doesn't come overnight. And we're honestly, I'm not doing this like from a training standpoint, right? I'm racing way too much in Zwift. But for me, gamification makes everything. If I'm interested, then I stay on the ball. Then I really do something. And so, yeah, I really need to, or I prioritize my, let's say, interest in the sport, in the game, over the, like, perfect training, or how you would, like, build up a training plan. Because, like, I mean, there's no money to be made. There's no real fame and glory to achieve. I mean, I'm very grateful if anyone watches this, or one of hopefully many future streams. But yeah, even if you look at like some of the big streamers on Zwift, they are mainly in the couple of hundred, maybe some in the couple of thousand subscribers on YouTube. We just compare that to something else. And yeah, you know where the limit is. It's not about that. It's about like how cycling gave me back the feeling of my body, and like really feeling right. And yeah, that's what I truly appreciate so much about this game, Zwift. I know they are not the only one, but they're the biggest. And if you're up to racing, sorry, there's no alternative. Because if you want to race it, not like two people. The more people you have, the more fun it is. Yeah, it's more challenging, of course, if you have more people. But yeah, that is what it is. And so you saw me now just choosing another bike here, because this is like Innsbruck, like a short race, a short part of the World Championship course. And this race normally will be decided just at the end. So there's about the last kilometer, a little bit before that, but basically the last kilometer where you're climbing, and that's where the field will fall apart. I didn't see anyone here in this field who wants to make this a fast race from the beginning, so I'm not afraid someone is like actually taking off like crazy. So, and even if then, so it be. My bet is on the last part, and there I hope with this, say, more climbing bike, I'll have the red setup. And you see, if I can sprint to the first place at the beginning, this is not fast. Yeah, there are some people coming now. But I'll stay in the draft for the moment. And yeah, we'll see. See, all 19 are together at the moment. This means it's slow. We'll look later. Comparison to the morning times. Yeah, but it's much slower. That's for sure. So I'll just stick with the group. No, it feels like we're going basically on a train ride. So it will be fast at the end. But until then, everybody's like, yeah, going easy. And it would not make, I mean, could make sense if you're a heavier guy to attack now. See if anyone is falling or not. I'm you know, let's say one of the lighter guys, so 76 kilos roughly. So yeah, for me the climb is then the part where I want to be with the bunch. And now someone is attacking. This feels strange because I'm not going speed. Yeah, so people are coming. That's what I want. Going to the motorway to the Autobahn, and then leave the Autobahn to the left. That's how Innsbruck looks. Let's see if the legs are still here. Doesn't feel like it. Woohoo! Oh, fuck. Sorry. Okay, won this. It's great. I'll pay for that. So it's the tiny races. If you go on the first two, it's normally quite hard to keep that up. So I guess I'm now quite doubtful but this will continue. But yeah, I mean, 2 and 1, really happy about that. And, yeah, the guy who won, I don't know which place he finished, but not in the top 3, so he didn't get big points. The guy who was like 3rd behind me last time, he was 3rd again, so I got 1 too, so I'm a little bit ahead of him. Not much, because if you really have a bad one, it's so easy to, you know, drop down, really drop down. Like 2-3 weeks ago, oh my god, I was like, the first race I was okay, didn't have the power to go through. We finished like 5th, 6th place in a big group, like 40 something, which is quite a big group. I mean, they have been bigger, but quite good for the tiny races. And then I think with another 8, 10, something like that. And in the last 2 races, just collapsed. I think in the last race there were like 30, 35 people still there. And it was, I think, one time 20 something and then 30 something. It was just nothing in it. Yeah, very optimistic that this will not happen today, because the group is just, yeah, not going on a speed level where I have to decide whether can I make it or not. So it's in that case, like, and I mean the group is small, so you don't drop that much. But you saw like most of the race was 19 people racing, 19 people in the group. So it's not that there's someone who, you know, like fully off, but yeah, still. So we'll switch bikes from here into the garage. And there's some climbing here. But yeah, by no means same climbing, so we'll go with a, not with the most aero setup, but with a more aero setup. And so this is long steady climbing most of the track, 6.2 kilometers, a bit longer than first one was 3.9, something like that. Second race was I think 4.8 now, going 6.2. This is the longest one on these 4 races, so we'll see. Need to stick to the group. And then at the end there's some climb, and then it's going sharp downhill for a shorter downhill. And then there's a last climb, and in the morning I just lost the power in the last climb in freeway victory, because I just didn't have it. So we'll see. Let's go. I guess we'll wait for the others there. Here we come. It's a dynamic. Fuck. Too early. Fuck. it's where this, I don't know, 5% are missing at the moment. Where just go red and stay in red. Yeah, unfortunately, it's not the extra power for this last, say, 200 meters to sprint all out. So now it's going to be fight one again. So this guy, who I think is the strongest, is American J. Cole or something like that. Sorry if you watch this and I'm butchering it. See, there's not so much left in my brain after that kind of race. It's basically my 7th race today, and yeah, we'll see. Last track is like hill finish, but yeah, the question is, do you first like a longer descent with gravel? The question is really, do you take gravel setup or climbing setup? In the morning I did it with the climbing setup. I ended up 2nd place, but yeah, basically I was forced. I just sprinted the guys at the end. So saying I was forced because like, I think, yeah, it's just you're 200 meters away from the finish, you're forced. Yeah, sure, sometimes you have the legs, I had the legs, but it's more like a power effort. And I'm not sure. I mean, if the group stays together on the first time and you don't have the gravel setup, then it's just better if you don't have the other setup, especially if you go for a sprint at the very end. On the other hand, if like others, or quite some others, have a gravel setup, yeah, and you lose quite a time on this first climb, and then you're somewhere nowhere. A group with, like, say, 2-3 people on the steep downhill, and then the short flat section, but they will at least eat me, and yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm good enough in the climbing to make it with the race bike to stay with the group, so I guess that's what I'm going for. See, maybe I see what others have chosen already. Let's see, do I see anything? Tron. No. Nobody's going gravel, so, and I don't want to attack on the hill before with the gravel. So I'll go for the climbing setup. I mean, I won the 2nd race, so why shouldn't I? Yeah, which was climbing, so Okay, let's go. This was stupid for me, trying to follow this guy. There's no danger in GCing. I don't know. Just going steady. great. Thanks. Thanks for the great fight. So, sorry to be silent. I was just texting some of the people who are in the same race. It's some nice things to say. And yeah, I always like that if people chat and are friendly and appreciating if, no matter if they win or lose. I try to do the same. Like, if I lose against someone who is like, at the end of the day, just stronger than me, and it's a fair, good fight, I'm all good with that. So, because I want to challenge myself. This is not about, you know, just winning. Sure, the winning is fun, and probably that's part of the reason why I'm still in Cut D. I mean, I'm in Cut D if I go on my own, on let's say a time trial or something like that. I would be Cut D from the watts I can do. So I don't feel I'm like cheating and not. In these tiny races, everybody in the top 5 goes over the 2.5 watts per kilo in Cut D. And in Cut C, they race on Cut B level. Cut B level, they race on Cut A level. And Cut A, I guess on A plus or something. So, because it's just short, and it's a different thing to go a bit out over your FTP for 5-10 minutes, or just really have an FTP that is that much higher. And so, if I'm honest with myself, there's still quite a way to go to be like a Cut C when I'm on my own. You're not. But now I understand the race quite good, where, how to race. So I can stick with people who are a bit better than me. I know there's some people who don't like that if you just mainly stay in the group. But I think like it's a race. You want to go for whatever is your strong side. And my strong side is definitely at the moment like the power sparks, like the short climbs, the shorter sprints. These are my like things at the moment. So if you are a heavy guy and you just have like raw power over 20 minutes or something, you want to compete in these races, you can make it hard for people like myself. You have to like really go flat out on the flat. And as a guy, I don't know where he's from. He's racing in the morning mainly because he's in Asia, I think, Malaysia or something like that. And he has, like, according to his profile, 176 kilos. So I have 76. So this guy's nearly 2.5 my weight. And I'm not saying that to, say anything bad, but he did like a bunch of races. He won some of the tiny races in the last weeks, not this week because it was too hilly for him. But he, like, if he goes out flat on like the more flat courses, then there's no way I have to like go all out just to stay in the draft, and it would kill me just to stay in the draft with him. So he really attacked, he made the races hard fast. And if it wasn't too steep at the end, he got a win. And so it's really a question, what is your strength? If, yeah, you like the guy, I really like his YouTube, Rob Bain, Swifty Swifter. And I mean, he has an enormous sprint. Enormous sprint. He's cut B, cut A in this level. And I mean, if he stays in the group mainly, he doesn't do much because he wants the group at the end. This is a good chance he will smoke the rest of the group. So you gotta do what you gotta do in the race. For myself, I feel like, yeah, I need to get my FTP at least to 3 point something, and realistic FTP, not like a made up FTP. Because it's like 95% of your 20-minute effort, so it's not true. At least in my case. So if I have a like 3.5, something like that, like real FTP, that's where I want to go. And then I'm still far away. Yeah, anyway, these were Cut D. ZWIFT Insider Tiny Races on August the 5th, 2023. And the late night edition from European Standard. You saw me taking second place in the first race, winning the second race, taking third place in the third race, and winning again in the last race. All, so winning the GC on that. Really happy with that. It wasn't the toughest competition, to be honest. So I think if there are more flat crit courses, you have more people join and you have the tougher challenges. So yeah, hope if anyone watched this, you enjoyed it, and maybe you'll join me at another time, and yeah, check Jörg and the bike.